Another video for the floating avocado. Um, just to say up front, it is true that the further into any one of these projects you get, the less formulaic things start getting. So um, it's not a real sort of linear. Just all you got to do is A, B, C, D, E. So hopefully you guys are looking at where you're trying to get and then thinking about getting there and how you're going to do that. Wow, I think I just burped. But what I'm going to do here, in thinking a couple different things, I made this sort of darker outline around the avocado fruit part that I want to sort of, make less of a stripe. And I want to also start darkening, get a little bit darker as I go in this direction. I've started getting a little bit darker down here, not so much over here. I want to clean up what's going on over here. And I'm thinking about just painting over the whole thing and even over this the shadow part, the cast shadow that I've already started painting, which is likely to lift a little bit of that color, but I don't think it's going to do it in a way that's going to be too problematic. At least that's my hope. So that was a lot of different things, and I think I'm just gonna start off with wetting down, mostly wetting the shape. I'm gonna have a little bit of yellowy, lemony yellow in my brush, avocado-y. But I'm gonna just here, you'll see what I'm doing. Yeah, it's time to make a decision. Am I going to paint over that? That's right, you were sort of a oddity right there, a little messy thing. So I am painting the whole shape, including this darker green stripe. And yeah, I'll go ahead and go over this too. Still trying to be light. Kind of wanting that stripe and this paint that I'm adding to start getting a little bit of tone down and making more of a graduated transition. Cleaning this part up. So that's sort of, I think I've almost covered the whole shape, and I've still tried to, I'm going to move things around a bit here actually. Let's see. I said I wanted to start getting a little bit darker as it heads down this way. That won't be getting darker, but that's okay. So just kind of checking out several things. I sort of have my checklist and just sort of know that I can keep adjusting in subsequent layers as I want to. This is kind of a nice nice avocado-y yellow-green I have mixed. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but I'm going to look sideways. Yeah, I think I do have everything covered. So I'm going to grab a tiny bit of the cobalt teal and just kind of, like I say, make it a little bit darker as it goes over to the left side, because the light source is over here, so just trying to play that up. I'll be coming back and doing plenty more on the cast shadow, but actually that's sort of holding a little bit more than I figured it would. Making a little bit darker down here. By making it darker here, it makes it lighter here. Don't want to go too far into that. But this is a pretty subtle color change, as you can tell, but the kind of thing that I think is really important. It has sort of this subconscious impact. Let me see, I have some other green down here that I was using for something, I'm not sure what. But I'm going to start dabbing in even a little bit more darker green. And that stripe is sort of giving up its edge a little bit. What I'm going to do is encourage that with a little bit of a stiffer brush. This is just a synthetic brush. Put a little bit of darker green in there, not very much, but just sort of agitating the color that's already there and softening that stripe, that outline, and bringing in some of that graded effect as it gets towards the edge. Right about now, one thing I'm thinking is, I think that's good over there, and is it time to be happy with this particular round and set it aside? Because I could certainly, like you've experienced or watched, keep sort of fussing and adjusting. And just trying to do a little bit too much in one pass. The more comfortable you get with each and every one of these techniques, the more you'll be able to combine them in any given pass. But I do like to teach to only juggle as many things as you're comfortable juggling, and then learn how to juggle more. Shifting some of this, a little bit of this darker green. I'm going to bring in a little bit darker green. This is a good example of, it might have been smarter just to let this dry, but this is not the best brush for. This brush is good for sort of stiff and a little bit of in between kind of scrubbing and painting. But it's in my hand, so it's a good brush. I'm definitely moving into greedy territory there, sort of, and hopefully that makes sense. But it is nice to be sort of efficient and kind of get as much done as you can. Yeah, I'm gonna let that one go and come back and adjust some more. But I got this outer outline grading a little bit more. Got it starting to darken a little bit more as it goes, as everything is moving away from the light source. And cleaned up some of these edges. Anyways, I think that's good. Yeah, okay. More soon.